Hello guys, so welcome to another section of the A2 Library tutorial series. We're still focusing on data analysis, okay, using an Excel application. All right, now we're going to discuss data analysis respect to data validation. That is what we're going to discuss. So, and there's a need to understand data validation before we can go deeper into how we can validate our data. Now we're going to have a look at what we have. Now you realize that the Excel data set displayed contains various vehicle rental records. So what you see over here, they are rental records, vehicle, including fields such as ID number. So we have the ID number, we have the make model, we have the number of doors, we have other attributes like automatic transmission or whatever we have. We also have a smoking permission. We also have insurance inclusion. We also have rate. We also have convertible status, among others. So while the structure is clear, a close inspection reveals inconsistency that highlights the critical need for data validation in Excel. So looking at the spelling that we have over here, what we have over here, there is a need for validating our Excel sheet so that it makes it very easy for the one entering the data in the Excel sheet. So data validation, as we are saying, will help to ensure accuracy, consistency, and reliability in spreadsheet data. Now, for instance, if you look at the make column, it contains variations. You realize that the information that we have over here actually differs, different types. So, and looking at the spelling, if you're not careful, you are the one entering the data is likely going to um, input something that will be, let's say, some spelling mistakes, okay? And we want to avoid that. The same thing applies to when you look at the auto and when you look at the IN, as we are seeing the insurance inclusion, you realize that users might accidentally input incorrect or inconsistent values. Let's say what we are interested over here is just Y representing yes and no representing no, but um, we are also not interested in blanks or no entry, and we don't want someone to be entering YES, that is yes, and therefore the one entering the data should actually go by the Y and the N representing yes and no respectively. Also, we are saying that the rate column, as you are seeing over here, um, it has gotten some the city sign. We can actually give a range over here, and definitely we are expecting that whatever value that we have over here shouldn't go above a particular what value. We can validate this particular what column as you are seeing. All right. Now looking at what we have right here, you realize that the doors, when you check, we have two all the way to five, looking at the range, and we are saying that we don't want to go beyond what we have over here. We can also validate this particular word column. Now, in all, we should ask ourselves why data validation is important because in our subsequent tutorials, we're going to take you guys through how you can validate um, all these columns. You can do that with list, numbers, custom, decimal values, and a whole lot, a whole lot. How you are going to treat exception like errors, the information that we are going to display to the one entering the data. That is what we are going to cover. Now, once our data is validated, it helps in several ways. It prevents entry errors. Yes, that is one. Now, restricting entries to specific values. So if you have a drop-down list for the Y and N, yes and no fields respectively, it ensures consistent data with collection. Improve data quality, actually. Yes, so what you see over here, we don't want any change in the currency or with respect to the rate. We don't want any change. We want everything to be in cities Now, facilitates reliable analysis when you validate data, ensures uniform formatting. It also supports what? Automation. So we're going to treat a lot or we're going to do a lot. Okay, so applying Excel data validation is not just a best practice, just like thinking that it's just a, no, it is necessary for maintaining clean, analyzable, and trustworthy what data. In data set like what has been shown, validation rules would minimize errors, ensure data integrity, and enhance overall productivity in driven what environment. So you ask yourself what in a subsequent video we're going to cover. We are going to create an Excel data validation list, Excel decimal data validation, adding custom Excel data validation error, and also dynamic formulas by using Excel data validation. So it's going to be interesting, my guys. It's going to be interesting. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that as we update you guys on Excel validation or the need for Excel data validation, you actually move with us. Okay, all right. Thank you once again for watching this episode or this particular tutorials from ATU Library. Meet you guys next time. Enjoy your day. Bye.